Former President Trump's legal fate could be shaped by a landmark ruling from the nation's high court.
The Supreme Court is set to weigh in on the questions around presidential immunity and what that covers. ABC senior national correspondent Terry Moran joins us now from Washington, D.C. to explain what's at stake in this blockbuster case. Now, Terry, the Supreme Court spent hours yesterday debating Trump's immunity claim. What were the key takeaways?
The main takeaway, Eva, was that this was a good day for Donald Trump. And the reason for that is that the court really came to grips with a hard problem that has been, part of our law for a long time. The president is a special character under the Constitution. All the executive power rests in the presidency. So what kind of protections does the president need from maybe the regular processes of law that the rest of us has to face? For example, presidents have total immunity from civil lawsuits. You cannot sue the president for something the president does in his or her official capacity. And that's because the president signs every bill, does all kinds of things, affects every person in America, can't be subject to lawsuit for that. What about criminal liability? Can the president be prosecuted for acts taken in accordance with his or her official duties? That was the question in court. Trump says everything he did to try to overturn the 2020 election, he did in his official capacity. He was just trying to ensure electoral integrity. The prosecutor differs. And what the court came to grips with was, well, where's the line between Trump's personal interest as a candidate and his official responsibilities as a president? That was really at issue in the case. And they came out essentially sympathetic to Trump's argument that he needs some protection from prosecution.
So, Terry, the former president is claiming absolute protection for what he claims were official acts, though he denies any wrongdoing. So why is the conversation focused on that point?
Because what the court is going to do is try to draw a line between what a president does in his or her official capacity and what they do in their personal capacity. And let me give you an example. So the president can't just murder someone, right? Obviously. But if the president feels that there's somebody who is a threat to national security, as Barack Obama did with a terrorist leader of al-Qaeda named Anwar al-Awlaki, who was a U.S. citizen living in Yemen, Obama thought national security required that person be eliminated. He ordered a missile strike and killed Anwar al-Awlaki without any due process of law. Now, could Barack Obama be prosecuted for murder? The answer is no, since it was done under the color of national security law and in his official capacity. That's the kind of line that the Supreme Court is looking to draw in this case. What was Trump doing as president? What was he doing as candidate? What was he doing for the public? What was he doing for his personal gain? That's going to be sorted out first by the Supreme Court and then by a jury.
I know it's hard, but I'm going to ask you to kind of read the tea leaves here. Looking at the current makeup of this court, how could this all break down?
Well, I think the bottom line is that they are going to write a complicated opinion that will require more litigation by the lower courts. And therefore, and here's really the bottom line, it is almost certain that this case will be delayed. There'll be no trial before the November election because they got to sort through this issue. And so I think for a lot of people, that was an important question. Will Trump go on trial for this case alleged to have tried to overturn the 2020 election before this election? The answer, given what we heard in court yesterday, is no. The Supreme Court's going to go to work. It's going to take a while. They're going to require more work. There'll be more litigation and more delay.
All right, Terry, so if Trump is considered immune for his actions on January 6th, what will this mean for the office of the president as we know it? And what could it mean for future transfers, peaceful transfers of power?
Yeah, that's the concern, certainly, that the liberal justices and a lot of legal scholars have. They can't give a president too much protection from prosecution. Some people think they shouldn't have any, but the court said that the president needs some protection, the conservatives did, because they need to be free to efficiently, safely, fully, and aggressively act for the public good. If they're always looking over their shoulder that some partisan prosecutor is going to bring a case against them down the line, they won't be able to do that. And so the concern is, they'll give presidents too much protection from prosecution. At the end of the day, I think they're going to try to draw some general principles and let the facts fall within those general principles, try and have judges and juries figure out when a president has gone too far.
Senior national correspondent Terry Moran, thank you always for your insight.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.